Good morning. How is everybody today? I wanted to touch base on a few things this morning um, about self esteem and the grenades that get launched at us daily and the old landmines that are still in our head that, make our self esteem and how we see ourselves and what we put out to the world. Um, I had somebody message me on messages from Mel about how she had finally kicked out a boyfriend that she had had for a few years now, who they have a child, young one, um, that finally kicked him out. She knew he had been cheating many times over. He didn't contribute anything to the household. It was her that was doing everything, running the household, paying the bills, doing everything. This is a grown woman. This isn't a young girl. Um, she finally had the courage to actually kick him out. And I right away questioned, well, why did you let it go on that long? To myself, not to her. Um, but I knew, I knew where her self esteem level was. Um, she had actually, when she messaged back in conversation with her, and she said, I told her, um, we got to work on this self esteem. You did the right thing. You deserve better. All the things that we tell somebody when we hear things like this and try to uplift them. And it would be the same thing that she would tell me if I was telling the story. But she doesn't believe it for herself. She told me she has negative 100 self esteem. Negative 100. That's a lot. So I started thinking about my own self esteem issues. Every one of us has them. We get grenades thrown at us daily that we're not good enough. You didn't do this job well enough. Your hair doesn't look right enough. You didn't move fast enough. You didn't do this, or this. I mean, there's everything around us from work to television to ads to social media to everything that tells us we still are not good enough. Because there's always something more. Well, you could have done this. Well, if you had only done this. Well, there's always going to be the if the onlys, but it doesn't always happen that way. Um, so I just shared with her and I said, okay, what is it more that you're so sad about? Because this guy clearly was just a dirtball and not being so great, let alone an example for the kids. What are you more sad about? Because you had somebody that was at least another body that was there? Are you grieving with the what could haves? Are you sad because, well, it wasn't supposed to be like this? Boy, I feel like a real dummy because I should have known this. Or are you actually grieving that he is gone because he was a good human being to you and loved you and took care of you and respected you? I'm going with letter A. I'm going with letter A because I've been there. I've done that. Stayed with somebody way too long that was ridiculous and I had no business being with. And especially at the time when I was doing that, we've all done it. I was horribly overweight and out of shape. And let's face it, when you're a bigger person, you're already not feeling great about yourself because the world around us is telling us we should be thin and we should be this, especially girls. Boys too, they have their own self-esteem issues. But girls should be this, and this. And I'm not ever going to be that. I'm not ever going to be a size 2 and dainty petite little flower sitting on the side of the wall. It's not going to be me ever, 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 ever. I accept that. I know that. When I lost my weight, I could see it better. But being overweight, it's hard, and you can put on a big front about how great you are and it's okay to be this. You don't feel good about yourself. Stop lying to yourself. That's what I did. I did that for many years. Half my life I was overweight. But we put up with stuff because we don't think we're going to be able to get any better. So we just suck it up and just say, okay. And that eats away at our inside. It eats away at our inside self telling us, what the heck are you doing? Well, he or she, they made a mistake. Well, you can find a reason for anything to excuse how somebody is treating you. You can. It's very simple to do. I've done that. So I then look at these poor kids of today. And by kids, the high schoolers, even the middle schoolers, the high schoolers, when we were growing up, we didn't have social media. You had people spreading rumors about you. It was all just talk. They would spread notes about you. All those things that would happen. Social media now, my gosh, people on there telling people to kill themselves because they're not good enough. I mean, I thought it was rough if I was picked last for a team in grade school for some kind of sport or whatever we were doing in gym. I mean, that was terrible. It's like, what's wrong with me? But today, these kids, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine some of the things that they go through every single solitary day. So my message is this today, because I don't want to make this too long. Please take inventory of your self-esteem and what you would maybe tell somebody else for this person's situation. She is deep in it and very sad. And I told her, okay, it is okay to be sad about it because that body, that person is not there anymore, but you did the right thing. It doesn't look like it right now, but you did do the right thing. You have to take a look at if it's the person that you miss or the body that you miss. When you tell yourself you're not good enough for every little thing, even when people are telling you you're not good enough, you're not good enough, you're not good enough. Yes, you are. And you have to start telling yourself that. The I ams. I am, and 3 positive things after it. I am kind. I am giving. I am beautiful. I am successful. I am, whatever it is, I don't care. 3 things that I am every single day. Every single day. And for the kids out there, for the high school kids, the middle school kids, it does get better. It does get better. I think about 5 days a week that somebody, some teenager has to go to a place where they are picked on all day long, incessantly, for nothing but being themselves. These other kids don't know what that kid's journey is or what he has to go home to or what she has to deal with at home. And it's just mind-blowing how much more vicious the bullying is now with social media than what it was when we were kids. So check your self-esteem. Take a look at really what it is you're mourning when you finally make a decision for yourself that's going to be better in your life. Take inventory of who you are as a person. Take care of each other. Stand up for somebody and give positivity to somebody who is having a hard time. It does make a difference. It does make a difference. After my son passed away, one of the kids from across the street, he came across and he told me how great Isaiah was and that Isaiah had saved his life. And I remembered this story. Isaiah was new to the high school over here. And, when you're new, you're the new kid, and sometimes that's not easy. It's really not easy. And this poor kid, the one across the street, into art, into this, that's what his thing was. Sitting there at lunch, minding his own business, and some other kids came up and just started poking at him. They'd bump into him. I mean, they were just rude. They were horrible. And my kid, God love him, got up and he went over and he told the kids, why don't you knock it off? He's not even bothering you. And from what I found out, and Isaiah had told me this, they had almost got into a fight about it because then those kids that were picking on him started coming at Isaiah, well, who are you? You know, talking their trash, whatever. But Isaiah then, once that was kind of, adults came over and moved him out of the way, Isaiah sat down with this kid and just talked to this kid and said, hey, buddy, don't worry about it. You can come sit with me, or, don't worry about them. You just be you. And this young man, after Isaiah passed away, came over to tell me, I just want you to know Isaiah saved my life. He showed me that little bit of kindness, and he stood up for me and said, hey, it's okay. You're cool, be you. He says, because I didn't want to live anymore. Yeah, I was really contemplating not, because I was just different and I saw things differently. He said, I just want you to know that now I'm doing at a different school. I'm getting my degree. I'm going to be doing this. And he says, I'm a lot happier. And he said, but I just wanted you to know that your son did that for me. What a gift from a kid across the street, huh? Doesn't take much to change a person's life. Be kind to yourself. Check your self-esteem. You're going to make mistakes. The world is ridiculous. It's always going to lob softballs at your head. But you know what? You got to take the hits sometimes. And what you do with it after you take the hit, that is on you. That is on you. Your happiness and your self-esteem and your health and your everything else is not on anybody else but you. So I'm hoping that this person that messaged me with negative 100 self-esteem can start to maybe move that up to a negative 50 and then a negative 25. And let's keep going. You deserve that. And you would tell the same thing to another friend who was going through what you're going through. Okay, it wasn't short, I know, a little longer than normal, but I felt that it was important. So I hope you all have a great day. Don't forget your small steps, little changes, lots of water, park in the back of the parking lot, all that goodness. Have a great day. Share me, message me, messages from Mel. Bye.